This video is going to be an epic 2-day fossil hunt on the Yorkshire coast. I'm going to be searching for some rarer ammonites that other people don't usually find on these videos. Let's go ahead and see what special treasures I find on day one. Hi everyone and welcome back to another fossil hunting video. I'm out again on one of my local beaches looking for some rarer ammonites of the Whitby area. The kids are currently off for a week, so this beach may have been well picked, but you don't know till you have a look, so that's where we're going. So it's one of them beaches where you've really got to get your eye in. Sometimes you will get the occasional fossil which is washed up perfectly in place, but it doesn't always happen. If you do enjoy watching these fossil hunting videos, please hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. Thank you. High tide was about an hour ago, so we've got plenty of time to have a look around. Pretty easy find there. Just a Dactylioscerus, very poorly preserved. I'll probably just leave that for someone else because it's not really worth the effort. There's just been stood over an ammonite here. Probably a Gagatiscerus looking at that. Maybe not the best preserved one, but it is a Gagatiscerus. I'll have a little play about with it and see if we can get it out of the rock. That would have been a really big ammonite back in its day. Unfortunately now there's only an outer whorl which is left. There's plenty of seaweed washed about, but all of this water's been dragged up from the seabed. So that's a fairly new little cliff fall. Doesn't look like the sea has got to it just yet, but I've just spotted a little ammonite on the floor. Nice little Gagatiscerus waiting to be collected. I could pick them up all day. Lovely little ones like that. Looks like I've just spotted another one my dad's missed. It looks like he's already kicked over this pebble, but there is one inside here, and that looks like an asti to me, so hopefully it's preserved well. Always hard to tell when the mud filled how they'll end up cleaning up though. Is that an ammonite or is it just a rock with a crack in it? Yeah, just a rock with a crack. If you'd like to purchase your very own fossil from the Yorkshire coast, please check out my website called buyafossil.com. There's a bunch of beautiful prepared fossils, and we've also just done a Christmas update with lots of new additions to the website, so please take a look. If you are interested, get your orders in now because Christmas is going to be here soon. It's been a little bit slim pickings today, but that's okay. That's just how it goes when you're searching for these rarer ones. We're going to make his way off the beach now and hopefully keep his eye out just in case there's anything we've missed on the way. Alright guys, so it's day 2 of this fossil hunting video. The tide's still pretty far in, but we're going to have a look round and see if we can spot anything amongst the beach rocks. So I've just picked this up, and it's a sea-worn block which is full of worn Gagatisserus ammonites. It's the type I usually tap on the beach because it's quite hard and sticky to prep. Well, that's a big old green pyrite skin nodule. I don't know if there's anything in it, but I'll probably leave it for someone else to burn all their energy smashing up. This looks like it's come down very recently. All this mud which has fallen down from the cliffs. It's all boulder clay, so there's no fossils in there, but it just shows that it could fall at any time, which is why there's no point going directly underneath them. Well, I think I just stumbled upon the first ammonite of the day, and it looks like quite a good one. Yeah, quite a large Gagatisserus. Good size, that one. So that one might be very hard to see, but there is another Gagatisserus there. Very small one. This is a type of rock which abrades up really well. I've just found this one, and I think it'll be the prep job for the weekend. There's at least 3 inside. There's 1, 2, and then there's a larger one on the side here. So there's at least 3 in there, and there's a good chance there'll be more, and it will abrade up well. It's the good stuff. Not many shells in the rock, so I'll get that one done over the weekend, and I reckon it could turn out quite nice. Here's a spiny ammonite, a rare one, preserved in shale. So I did just spot these 2 ammonites here. They're a little bit dirty, so you might not be able to see them, but I'll put some pictures up. I'm not sure what species they are. They definitely look a little bit different, and they're from a different place to where I usually find stuff. So it'd be interesting to see if these prepare up or not. They're only really small, but you never know. Certainly one of them days where you've really got to get your eye in. You probably won't even be able to see it on this camera because there's no zoom in it, but I'll put a picture up afterwards, as I have done in the past few videos. It looks like a really good one. Nice little C1 Gagatisserus, but these always clean up really well to a pinpoint middle. So I've just picked this one up. Not a lower Elias ammonite, it's actually just a dac. I'll take it back home and put it in the nodule box anyway. They always come in handy. So my dad's just found this really sea-worn pebble, and I've just popped it open to reveal a lovely little Arnie. Just one Arnioceros example in there with a perfect middle. So this is a nice belemnite phragmocomb. Looks like it can be removed to be matrix free. Pretty cool. Just about to walk back to the car now. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Hi everyone, I'm back up from the beach now, so I thought I'd do a quick little roundup of all the lovely ammonites that I've found on these 2 fossil hunts. We've definitely had a few finds, probably more than I was expecting. We'll start off with the usual, just a belemnite. Everyone knows what belemnites are, part of the squid-like creature. I'm actually surprised that one made it back home. It looked quite fragile on the beach, but it's still here. Then we had the 2 unusual ammonites. Might just be able to see them there. I'm not sure if these will even prep out or what species they are, but you can see a very faint keel there, and same with that one. These two were both actually in the same block. I'll actually take some stills right now and put them in with the video as and when I find them. Next we've got the lovely Astioceras. Hopefully this one will prepare out. It looks a little bit mud filled, so it may not have a perfect middle, but you never really know. Next we've got these two lovely Gagatisserus, so I've got no doubt that these will be nice and easy preps and they'll come out looking lovely. Then we've got quite a large size Gagatisserus. Hopefully it'll braid up well. I'll probably prep it from this side. Really decent size for this species. Usually you get quite small ones, such as this. So you can see there is a keel there, but I did notice a really small one. Where was it? There at the side. So it's a double, and I'm pretty sure it'll come out nice. Then we've got the find that my dad picked up. Inside this really C1 rock, there was a nice little Arnioceras ammonite, and it's split down to reveal a perfect pinpoint ammonite middle. And then there's my favourite find that I picked up, which is 3 Gagatisserus ammonites inside this block. There's also an Oxynotisserus that I noticed, but I probably won't be able to show it to you right now. I'm going to have to prepare it out using the abrader. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how many we've picked up over these last 2 hunts. Gives me something to work on in the prep garage. Hi everyone, so I spent all day yesterday preparing them fossils. The only one I didn't get round to was the one I originally said I would start first, the promising looking triple, but I haven't done that one yet, but I will post it when I get it prepped on my YouTube channel as a post. But let's take a look at the prep work that actually worked out. So first of all, we have the C1 Gagatisserus specimens. These were pretty much already prepped by the waves actions, so I gave it a very quick abrade, and it's kind of highlighted the detail a little bit and removed a little bit of the rock around the middles, but overall not a lot of work needed on these ones, but here they are. Coming up next, we've got this one. Now when I originally found it, maybe some of you couldn't even see where the ammonite was because it didn't look that promising, but I pretty much knew it would abrade up well, judging by the type of rock it's in. And let's take a look. It's been preserved with all of its shell still intact. A really nice specimen. So let's take a look at the more unusual and rarer ones. I actually only prepped one of these and I posted it up on the fossil Facebook group that I run, Fossil Finds from the Whitby and surrounding area. And here it is. We managed to come up with an ID. I'm not going to pronounce it, but it is a really rare ammonite for the Yorkshire coast. The other specimen I will be saving for Andreas, who was one of the people who kindly helped me with an ID of this rare little ammonite. It actually abraded up really well. It's got a pinpoint middle and a very unusual looking keel. It's in a really sandy type of rock, and I grinded a little base so it can be displayed just like that. Let's take a look at the Astioceras. It was a little bit mud filled by the look of it, but it actually ended up cleaning up really well. So let's take a look at that right now. I managed to grind a base on it so it stands on display just like that. It was a little bit worn on the keel there, but overall it's a really beautiful fossil. These ammonites are all from the lower layers, so they all are a lot rarer than the usual ones posted and found on YouTube. Coming up last, but by no means least, we have this large Gagatisserus ammonite here. It's got gastropods and bits of broken up shells covering the middle. So I left that because it always adds to the story. And then on the other side, I prepped it out to reveal a gorgeous pinpoint middle. It's actually quite a large size for this species. They don't really get too big. it's on par with the largest specimens that I've got in my collection from this species, Gagatissaurus. So in these 2 days fossil hunting that I filmed, I managed to find 3 beautiful keeper specimens and that potential triple, which I've not prepared yet. I do have a lot of beautiful rarer lower lice ammonites available on the website, so if you are interested in adding something to your fossil collection which is a little bit more different than the usual Dax and Peronoceroses that everybody seems to sell, please take a look at the website. Just use the tab and search for the lower lice ammonites. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all on the next one.